As a fan, I'd be pissed if I paid thousands of dollars to attend a race and it was over and done in an hour and a half.
Well, that's a terrible hot take.
I mean, that's like the same kind of people that look at video games as like dollars per hour of gameplay. Like, if this game's 10 hours and this game's 40, they're both $70. It's like, yeah, you can look at it that way, but if the 10-hour game was way more
Wins
exciting
win.
and interesting,
I mean,
Wins
there are
win.
a few games where that works. Like, God damn you, 2003.
like you get the point I'm trying to make, though.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. There are a few games where that pans out, but most games that's not how that works. I love when 2003 randomly decides it needs to freaking rerun the configuration on me again. I think it only changes stuff in the rend, though, right? I don't need to worry about it changing shit in the core.
I have no idea, man.
I have my rend backed up and the core, but I don't think I have the core backed up for any reason. I'm just cross-checking it with my backup file, and they all look the same, so it should be fine. So back into the sim we go. Oh, will you fuck off with that? I go right back in the sim, guess what it does again? I don't know why it'll do that sometimes, where you click in the menu and it decides it needs to reconfigure the graphics. Oh, and that time it overwrote my backup file. Cool, thanks.
Yay, soccer.
Woo, football.
Ooh, kickball.
Okay, let's double check the core now. Yes, it still has the 1 in front of it. Okay, we're gonna try for the 5th time to get this show on the road. There we go.
Drivers, to your cars.
Welcome to the Greenville Pickens Speedway for the NORL Busch Bonanza series. This is the 50-lap qualifying heat. The top 22 cars in this race will make it into tonight's show with the top 20 in points. Everybody follow that? Anybody confused?
Drivers, start your engines!
And the engines fire. And they roll from the grid. few cars in this field that we haven't seen make a show in a while that would be loving to make another one, such as Stephen Davis. Field coming through turn 4. Pace car heads for pit road. And we're green. Jack Painter will lead them away in the 50-lap heat. And Painter will lead the first lap. Brandon Rain's going to take a look for the inside. Nice little scrap here for the lead, even though it really doesn't matter who wins the race. You just need to be in the top 22. Brandon Rains will take the lead. Back Trey Larkin fighting to try to get to the bottom. Really just needs one more good finish, and I think he'll get himself back in the top 20 and stop having to fight his way into these races.
We're racing right now?
Correct.
What track?
Greenville Pickens. We haven't seen much of this season, running solidly in the top 10 right now, Lawrence Van Buren in the number 8. We've seen so little of that car that when it miraculously made the race last week, Tony was shocked that Martin Van Buren is on the car.
How the fuck did the lightning score already? What the fuck?
I think they put the puck in the net.
We're a minute into the game. Come on, dude. Come on!
You have got to be kidding me! Spike Levinson stuck on the outside, losing spots here. Gonna drop back to, what, 16th here? Yep, back to 16th, starting to get into that danger zone. Tony Gunk running 22nd right now with Steve Inkman making a pass behind him. Can't feel all that comfortable. He's going to look to the inside of James Corsi. Going to try to move himself up one spot away from that transfer position. That's going to create a battle for the 22nd spot between Inkman and Corsi. Looks like Steve Inkman's going to get the spot down the front stretch. And I can't count, that's 21st, but now, of course, he's going to lose 22nd to Grant Wickersham. Really fighting hard to try to keep this spot, but he's not going to be able to hold out too much longer. Now he's going to search to try to get on back down to the bottom, but the 80's got a nose to the inside of him here. Big lift off the corner. And now he needs to go on a hunt for Branch to try to get himself into that 22nd spot if he wants to race tonight. Why is that scoreboard in turn 2 so yellow?
Member joined.
Who could that be?
It's friggin' TeamSpeak user.
Nate Schuff going up on the back of Branch Wickersham now, looking for that transfer spot.
Dude, I've got $100 on Martin Van Buren. Let's go.
Martin Van Buren is dead, Tony.
Only in your mind, sir.
Oh, Tony, I have a race name for a future extravaganza race for you. Based on his Twitter handle, be Mike Joy 500.
Oh, we're good, sir. That is NASCAR. That is a competing organization.
You don't want to name a race after Mike Joy?
If we recruit him, we can.
Could you imagine if Mike Joy jumped on TeamSpeak to commentate an extravaganza race?
We would just assume it was JB until...
Schuff taking a look to the inside of Branch. Doesn't quite have the run on him, but he's going to keep his nose in there. Real conga line of cars forming behind him.
But we got to get Steven Davis in the field here. There's no excuse for that Lotus to be 80th every race.
Well, he's not in at the moment, but Nate Schuff is, as Branch Wickersham fades back.
Brad, that was a nice 10-car pass at the end of your feature 2 days ago.
Which one?
The one that we saw on the screen.
Oh, thank you.
So by the way, Tony, that was the worst sing-along I've ever heard.
You want to do it again, JB?
Oh God, please don't. Want to see me run up that mountain back? Want to see me do it again?
Okay, Tim, I'm going to have to ask you to pause so I can read all these names on the wall.
Sure, definitely gonna happen. What if I go to... Nope, you can't really read them from this camera, can you?
Whoever wins this race, you have to get the track and put the thing
I'm
and
not
the name
doing
on
that,
the wall.
Tony. But winning the Bonanza race at Greenville Pickens does not make you a track champion, as Schuff has now caught Doug Spark.
Son of a bitch.
What do you mean it doesn't?
There you go, there were some names. Could you read those?
Roy Chatham, Gene Morgan. Dude, Gene Morgan won like 18 straight years according to that.
I don't think those are the years that he... Well,
Player
those might
left.
be separate years that he won. Yeah, those are separate years they won. Oh, I saw Robert Presley as Doug Spark gets to the bottom of Inkman.
Got Grady Sizemore.
Joey Logano is an absolute moron.
Yeah, what'd you
He's
think
very...
What'd you think of that race, Tony?
I didn't see the end. I just saw the highlights that they showed.
Did you watch any of the F1 race?
New player.
No, I saw the racetrack and I'm like, that's not a racetrack. I'm not watching this.
No, it wasn't very good. Inkman and Schuff checking each other up now, letting Shadle and DeCourcy catch up. The transfer spot will be in question here pretty soon as we are past halfway. Schuff is going to get around Inkman here and push Inkman back to the 22nd spot as Jared Shadle goes to the bottom in that Three Stooges beer machine.
Tim, can you send me all your car files?
I can. Do you have the mod?
Tim, can you send me the PDFs for all your car files?
You want the PDFs, you say?
I want the paint schemes.
Yeah. Are you sure you don't want PDFs?
No, I'm good.
I think a lot of them were already in the file browser, but they may not be there anymore.
Yeah, I didn't ask for some of them. I asked for all of them, sir.
Well, I think most, if not all of them, were at one point, but... Are there ones in particular you want?
All of them.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, some of these I don't have PSDs.
So here's the plan. During the
73
All-Star
clips
race...
the inside wall.
Oh, that's the fast line, Tim. You gotta go down there.
Sure.
During the All-Star race and the consolations, we're gonna do 2 42-car fields to make the event, and it'll be Bonanza drivers.
Okay, I follow why you're asking that.
But it's only 2 weeks away.
I will point out that anybody that didn't get repainted for the season, I probably don't have anything for.
But the paint scheme's right there, Tim.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I don't have a PSD for like the 73. I don't even know where you got that paint scheme from. But I think you already have that one.
Just export the paint scheme.
Tony, don't you already have that car though?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just the new cars you would need anyway. So why am I worried about it? Grady Hawkins? Just reading random names off the walls. Inkman doesn't look like he's getting anywhere on this guy. It looks like everybody behind him is strung out. I don't think Steven Davis is going to make this field. To say that, Inkman gets right up to him again. Doug Spark playing dangerously right now. Dub Nelson. Some of these do sound like extravaganza names.
David Pearson. Who's that?
Never heard of him.
Crazy names.
Doug Sparks going to get shuffled to the outside. He's put himself in the danger zone.
Nah, his
Earnhardt.
spotter, Kevin Corbett, is telling him to go up there.
I don't think Kevin's spotting for him.
Oh. Well, he is, but he's doing other things at the same time, like driving.
I figured Kevin would try a race somewhat near to home as well.
Why'd you put him at a short track?
Because it's a track near to him, and I figured Kevin would try this race. I didn't think he would make it, to be honest with you. Doug Sparks not going to be making it at this rate.
Doesn't he live in Michigan?
He does not live in Michigan anymore, Tony. He's in Charlotte. He pulled a Tony and just moved.
Interesting.
So Inkman now, last car in the show. We quickly approach 10 laps to go.
Who's leading this event?
Brandon Raines continues to lead as he did from early after the initial start when he passed Jack Painter, who failed to make the show last week in a shock. Trey Larkin looks safely in, and if he can have one more halfway decent finish, he may stop having to work his way into these races by being locked in. I believe he is 22nd in points.
Who's last?
Last would be the 36 car, 2 laps down. That's not a problem. That's Chad Glass? Or is that
Yes.
Curtis? Yeah, I get him and Curtis Harding Jr. confused, or whatever the hell his name is.
Look at Ronaldo Scott inside the top 31.
Yeah, that's not a great run. These last 3 in are probably going to race each other. Maybe let this gaggle of 3 behind him actually get a chance at it. As the leader has caught Ronaldo Scott. So Tony, is there like an AI parameter I'm unaware of like luck that you just turned mine all the way down? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I created a new rating called let me find a word that rhymes with luck. Called cluck. So your cluck rating is negative 80 million.
Right. We're all on top of each other here for this transfer spot. It's still all to play for. So what did you have for lunch and or dinner tonight, Tony?
I'm gonna order some Papa John's cinnamon thing.
I had a HelloFresh meal. I was reminded of it by this car, sponsored by Cholula and HelloFresh. I had a grilling cheese shawarma dish with Israeli salad and some sort of rice thing as the base. It was very good.
Yeah, that is really salad, man. I can feel you on that one.
Well, no, it was like tomatoes and chalet and cucumber with some garlic, oil, and some seasoning, with a sour cream garlicky dressing on it, and all that with the grilling cheese on top of a bed of rice. It was very good. Well, Inkman's starting to stretch away here from the group behind him. He might be safe. Meanwhile, the gap for the lead's pretty tight, but it really doesn't matter who wins this race. Leader's stuck in traffic here. He's gonna let Jack Painter get to his bumper.
I feel bad for Subway. They had a lot of good drivers as their driver, but now they're stuck with that guy.
Tom Barber was running okay until they had a problem with the car. If the car, not had that fault where he needed to pit, I think he would have been in this show.
Ooh, look at Ronaldo go.
Yeah, he's still not going to make the show doing this. He is way off the transfer spot. Leader coming to 2 laps to go. It's going to be desperation time, and Jack Painter has just blown an engine.
Oh,
Drama.
He can still make it.
I think he's going to pull into the pits, but maybe the AI will be smart enough to try to limp around.
Stay on the gas, sir.
Let's see, is he going to pit? They're showing him a meatball flag. Will he ignore it? Nope, he pulls into the pits as he pits as we take the white.
That would be cool if he stopped on the track, warped across the line, and won.
I don't think that works that way. And he is out of the show. I think this is going to put James DeCourcy into the show. Coming to the checkered flag here. DeCourcy with a good gap. Doug Spark is not going to be in this race. Car's bouncing off the wall. And let's see, where does it score out? DeCourcy makes the show. Jack Painter's gearbox allegedly failed. And he will finish 27th and miss the show.
Was he shifting?
I hope not.
I think Kevin should do Doug Spark a solid here and let him
Give
drive
up
the
his
car.
spot? Is he allowed to do that?
No.
I was going to say, I mean, well, the car's in. I could swap the drivers in and he could take the points. Do you think Kevin would really do that? So let's see. Drivers
No.
who failed to make the race. Troy Torgerson, Doug Spark. Is it Curtis White? Or is it Charles? Charles White. Grant Wickersham, Jack Painter, Stephen Davis, Ronaldo Scott, Tom Barber, Jacob Stump, Brian Phillips, and Chad Glass all failed to make tonight's show. We will be back shortly for tonight's show. So how you been, Tony?
I'm just waiting for the neck meal.
You're waiting for what?
the next meal.
Oh, the next meal. I thought you said the Nightingale, and I didn't know what that meant.
I'll go with that.
I was like, what?
Let's see if I ordered 2 by accident.
2 what, meals?
Yes. Ooh, this purchase will earn me Papado.
Papado. So what'd you get? What'd you get 2 of, more accurately?
1 of cinnamon pull-aparts.
Now, Tony, you're excited. Lawrence made the show.
Well, yeah, he's the best driver in the Bonanza series.
Well, he's only made one. This is his 2nd race all season, so we'll see if maybe he starts working his way up the points table.
Yeah, top 70, that's what the goal is.
I think he's in the top 70, barely. Let's see, Grant Lyde made the show. Dylan Luthley got himself in. Connor Babel got in. Jean Van Thiel made it in. Molitor Hill. Reno Jackson. Tony, one of these days I'm going to find out how many of these names you made up and how many of them are actual people somewhere. Kevin Gorbato made the field. Ryan Pedersen made the field. Nigel Ramaswamy made the field. Now, did you make him up, or is that a real person?
We raced with him in NSRA.
Okay, so that's a real person. What about Tony Gunk? Is that a real person?
I raced with him in IndyCar once.
Okay, what about Spike Levinson? Is he real?
He is named after the dog on Rugrats, and the last name is a guy I went to school with.
Of course he is. Of course he's named after the dog from Rugrats. Alright, James DeCourcy, and then the top 20 in points, which includes your points leader, Dave Daniels. 2nd place, Brian Lowe. I'm considering, Tony, do you think I should run more than 150 for the feature? That seems short, having just run a 50-lap race.
Wait, you're not doing a 42-car field?
It is a 42-car field.
Oh. I think 200 is a good number.
Alright, ignore the video title. It is now the Palmetto State 200.
No, it's 150 kilo bargain.
Kilo laps. Cristiano De Saya. Ziggy Moonglue. Yeah, is that a real person?
Ziggy Moonglow?
That's a joke, Tony. Is Adam Beresford a real person, or did we make him up?
Yeah, he played fantasy football with us.
Okay. Now, Bobby Farrell's not real. I think that's a name I had on the original car file, isn't it?
No, we raced with him in Blazing Pedals.
I really thought... Are you serious? I swear I used that name as a fake name as a play off of Will Ferrell. And John Cheeseman's an iRacing guy, right?
He used to be.
Like,
He's probably dead by now.
Jesus. I almost selected, instead of Stephen Lowe, Jeff Gordon. Substituting for Stephen Lowe, Jeff Gordon.
Watch him finish last.
He might. Dwight York, Alex Stello. Let's see. And I'm not going to ask you about Nate Moorhead, because I know who he is.
What a great man.
Yeah, we had a falling out. It was a thing. I'm not going to talk much more about that. Now, it was weird. I saw a news story that Google News recommended to me when I was at work yesterday about a fire at an apartment complex in Murfreesboro that I realized, wait a minute, that's where one of my friends lived. I've been to that apartment complex.
What happened to the complex?
There was some kitchen fire that displaced a handful of people. Nobody died.
Oh, I guarantee that guy you knew is who started it.
I don't think he lives there anymore.
Well, yeah, it burned down.
It didn't burn down. There was smoke damage and some water damage from the firefighting efforts, but it didn't burn down.
to your...
All right. You ready for the starting grid, Tony?
Drivers, to your cars.
I'm just ready for some form of action, sir.
All right, I'm going to grab a drink and then we'll do our starting grid, presented by The Grid. It's what's for dinner.
All right, don't die down there.
Die down where?
When you drink your drink.
You know, I've been working on this bottle of ginger ale for like a month.
Does it still taste like a drink?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but it's not as bubbly as it should be, but it wasn't terribly bubbly to start with. All right, Tony, are you ready for the starting grid?
I'm ready.
On the pole, Jared Mogard. Starting outside pole, we have Chauncey Redmond Jr. On the second row, Philip Parker and JT Armstrong. Third row, heat race winner Brandon Rains and Adam Beresford. Fourth row, Ron Stout and Ben White. Fifth row, Cristiano Desa and Alex Stello. Sixth row, Stephen Lowe and Steve Inkman. Where are we on the seventh row now, right? I lost count. Seventh row, Joe Polson and Dave Daniels. Eighth row, Tony Gunk and Molitor Hill. Ninth row, James DeCourcy and Lawrence Van Buren. 10th row, Reno Jackson and Broderick Whitman. On the 11th row, Dylan Luthley and Spike Levinson. On the 12th row, Nigel Ramaswamy and Brian Lowe. I lost count again. Row behind them, Dwight York and Trey Larkin. Next row, we've got Bobby Farrell and Ziggy Moonglow. Behind them, Curtis Griffin and Nate Moorhead. Starting behind, Connor Babel, Grant Lyde. Behind them, John Van Thiel and John Cheeseman. Near the back, Rod Weston and Ryan Pedersen. Glenn Kaufman, Yare Rodriguez, Nate Schuft and Kevin Corbett. And bringing up the final row, Jared Shadle and Isaac Groth.
What about the guys that didn't make field, sir?
We already gave them their airtime.
Not good.
They got an entire race of airtime.
You were in 20th all race.
That's where the people were that didn't make the race, Tony.
Drivers,
I love how
start
Glenn's
your
pit
engines.
thing is the only one.
Yeah, well, you can tell, like, any car that was a new file has the generic 2003 crew. Anything that was a conversion from Cup that you had done either has the N4 box wrapped on it or a box you gave to it. I'm not going to be bothered to paint pictures for all these cars. If somebody wants to paint some, they're more than welcome. I'll use them, but I'm not going to spend my time doing it. And the field rolls away.
I'm a little concerned with Mogard up front because he's the best short track driver in the field and he's already on the pole.
You don't think the best short track driver is Trey or Ziggy? I love how that crowd on the backstretch is shorter than the rear bumper on that Dodge Ram. Off of turn 4, pace car heads for pit road. Mogard's got the field under his control. And we are green. Mogard jumps out to it quickly. Parker goes right past Redmond.
Rumor has it the Parker car is going to have a teammate next season, and it will be a mystery sponsor.
I've also heard that rumor. Mogard and Parker check out on the field at the end of the first lap. As Rains and Redmond fight for third. Yeah, there's some guys starting near the back that I'm going to be looking for to come through the field. I think Weston's going to work his way through, and I think Moonblow and Larkin are also going to work their way through as they can. I think they've shown good cars on a lot of the shorter tracks this season, so them starting that far back is actually kind of a surprise to me.
I like how they're not going 3 wide. That's a good omen.
Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of tweaking to the track, and honestly, the qualifying race was the test race. If they had been a little goofy in that race, I would have tweaked the I&I for the night version to fix it, but they looked pretty racy. As they saw, working on Redmond.
Cristiano De Sa, the only short track he's ever raced in a non-Bonanza track is USA Speedway in his street stock.
Yeah, oddly, they don't have a lot of short ovals in Brazil. And if you didn't realize that Cristiano De Sa was Brazilian, what car were you looking at? Lauderhill and Joe Poulsen fighting here. And if you don't realize that Joe Poulsen might be a Canadian, I don't know what car you're looking at there either.
It's clearly a Blackhawks car.
Uh-huh. Now where's
Gotta give
Hill
Philip
from?
Parker. Minnesota.
Okay. Oh, DeCourcy just nicked the wall back there.
He's from the Minnesota-Wisconsin border.
Tony, you're sure those states border, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, just messing with you. Thought I might.
He lives on a boat.
Does that border cut through any bodies of water? I don't know if it does or it doesn't. I'm sure it does, right?
I mean, the border was made up by some man back in the 1700s, so who really knows?
I don't think that's historically accurate. I don't think there was a border between Wisconsin and Minnesota until probably sometime in the 1800s.
Nah. Some Indian guy definitely did something. Way before that.
But what? There's a whole lot of things wrong with that sentence.
No, the original India was America. I'm right.
Huh.
That's why they were called Indian.
Is this video gonna get demonetized for misinformation?
I'm right. It's true.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
India was not India back then. We were India.
Right.
That's why they don't like being called native.
Tony, you got any other historical facts you want to try to peddle here? As Joe Poulsen gets passed by now Joe Ramaswamy, who I would have assumed that that name was from the country of India.
I don't think he's Indian.
No, it just struck me as sounding vaguely Indian as a name.
If his first name wasn't Nigel, I'd consider it, but I don't think that's the case.
You know, there's a name on the wall that we don't, that people don't use for their kids anymore. When was the last time you met a kid named Elmo?
Oh.
I mean,
You'd think there'd be
I think-
more for
I
obvious
think,
reasons.
I think Sesame Street ruined the name. Honestly, it's like, oh, I want to name my son Elmo, like the puppet. Well, see, no, but Elmo's also a Muppet, sir.
Elmo ruined Sesame Street.
Elmo ruined Sesame Street. Go on.
Sesame Street was actually kind of entertaining if you watch the old videos, but once Elmo showed up, they just made it about Elmo.
When did they add Elmo to Sesame Street?
Like early 90s.
Oh, JT Armstrong hard in the wall. We got a crash on the front stretch.
Oh!
John Van Thiel around. Ooh. A lot of
Oh,
cars
the
involved.
points leader.
A lot of cars involved here. Let's roll the tape back. What just happened here? I think he just ran wide and killed himself. Coming off of 4, he's getting up into the gray, into the gray, into the gray, into the concrete. Bounces off of it, hits Van Thiel, goes around. Glenn misses him. Is he going to get hit by anybody? Yeah, Dave Daniels is going to get him. And then Daniels gets collected by Weston. Nope, not Weston. Pedersen, who, yeah, bunch of guys back here bouncing off each other now. Big damage to Brian Lowe. Big damage to Spike Levinson, too.
I think they're all going to be okay at this track, except for the 47.
Yeah, that front end hit might do some engine damage. Let's see what happened to Van Thiel, because I think he hits the wall and then he goes for a ride himself. He clips Glenn, goes spinning. Yeah, he manages not to get collected by much of anything else. Let's get an onboard from that 47, and we'll see how the pit stop cycle. He's coming off of 4. Yellow's out. We see the smoke. We're still accelerating. Now we brake. Ow! That was a big hit. Yeah, that car might be.
Man, that Echo broke in half.
Leader flying up into this. Little contact there at the front of the field too, as they try not to kill Kevin. So we're gonna have a handful of slightly rearranged cars. These guys need to pass the pace car. We're gonna have a bunch of cars a lap down that shouldn't be a lap down, such as 2003 short tracking. Oh Lord, it's happening. Leaders are gonna pit while these guys haven't cycled through. More contact. Come on, AI. You can do it. I am willing to bet that anybody we just saw there that... Oh, the leaders didn't pit. Maybe they won't all get stuck a lap. Oh, there's a crash. Bill Parker just got together with somebody. Was that Shuff? Yeah. Oh, sometimes
be
short track
okay.
AI don't work well in yellow, but this isn't going to do damage to anybody out there. Now, these guys do need to get around the pace car. So, was pit road even... I don't know if pit road was even open then. If it was, we didn't get any takers. Gonna wait and see if anybody comes in here. And we still have Dave Daniels stuck on the wrong side of the pace car.
Well, fortunately, the pace car is going very slow, so I think those guys in the back can probably stay.
If they can cycle around like they're doing here and not hit... Cristiano is gonna get turned here by Dave Daniels. Yari's gonna pit. That's going to trap him a lap down. Desad just got turned on the front stretch. Dave Daniels was trying to pit and spun him around, so Dave Daniels is going to lose a lap. Kevin's going to cycle back around, though. Alright, let's jump back to live and see where we cycled here. Okay, 47 done for the day. Must have knocked the top off the radiator. The 6 and the 0 lost a lap. And Jared Mogard will continue to lead with a slight amount of rear end damage. I still need... Oh, lights are on the pace car. I still need to do a little more tweaking on those pace car lights. I think I have the yellow ones should be white, and the white ones should be yellow. Then I think I'll be happy.
As things stand right now, it looks like Jared Mogard would be your points leader, perhaps.
Long
maybe.
way to go yet, but yeah. Finishing in the 40s is not going to be good for Dave Daniels trying to get the points lead, but he is going to restart up near the front, so he might get a lap back. And there's a good read of some of the names for you, Tony.
Who names their kid Bub?
I was thinking that seemed like a extravaganza. All right, field coming through turn 4. Pace car gonna head in. Pace car's on. Starter's got the flag in his hand. And we're green. Is Mogart gonna clear Rodriguez? No. Well, maybe he will. He's gonna get the run on the high side. And he'll clear him. Not what Dave Daniels needed. It's not going to help Parker either. Parker needs to now clear the 6 car. And the yellow is out again. Nate Moorhead slowing off the back of the field with more damage. Was he involved? Probably. We ran an entire 50 laps with no yellows. Trey gets into the wall and Nate gets collected. That was a pretty innocuous incident, frankly.
50 laps.
Yeah, the heat was 50 laps, and we didn't have a single incident in that. Now we've had 2 incidents and 20-some-odd laps in the feature. And that would have been the opportunity for Dave and Yari to get a lap back. One of them had been able to get ahead. That's a shame for them. Stephen Lowe is going to pit on this yellow, so is Reno Jackson. Lawrence Van Buren in, Glenn Kaufman in. Isaac Groth in, Jared Shadle, Ryan Pedersen. A lot of the back half of the field's going to be in the pits here. Got to be real quick with your pit work here to not end up down a lap, so we'll see how this goes. Because it is a long pit road, but like you said, Tony, the pace car is going pretty slow. Okay, here comes the pace car. You guys need to get rolling. Oh boy. They're not rolling.
Oh, come on, Trey.
Member
Trey's
left.
going to lose a lap. Van Buren's going to lose a lap. Ziggy's going to lose a lap. I think Kevin just lost a lap. Yeah, I think this is one of those tracks where if you hit from the back half of the field, or if the field isn't fully caught up, you lose a lap. I mean, that's just how 2003 works, so... Yep, log jam at the end of pit road. A lot more cars going to go down a lap. That's helpful for Dave. Kevin, that was still a stop sign. And they're released.
That sucks for Dave. Now he's behind all these guys.
Yeah, but they are all now on the same lap as him, so it's his cars he can pass. I'm going to be really annoyed if we suddenly have a trend of, at the night version of the track where the I and I should have been identical, where the AI just keeps pounding the wall. That's going to annoy the shit out of me. Hopefully that stops happening. But I am skeptical that that'll stop happening, although you really need a car there alongside you to cause a threat. Man, Trey's got a lot of left side damage. Let's see, cars that have lost a lap now. Yari Rodriguez, Kevin Corbett, Jonathan Cheeseman, Nate Moorhead, Trey Larkin, Brian Lowe, Ziggy Moonglow, Lawrence Van Buren, Tony Gung, and Dave Daniels have all lost a lap. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to rack them up again. Let's say, where the heck are the rest of the lap cars? I remembered, oh, besides Kevin, they actually waited at the stop sign. So, Tony, how was your week at work?
We just did some stuff, and we went on excursions and tried to make it as fun as possible.
Kevin's still sitting in the pits, and he is done for the day. Suspension damage. Either that, or he was suspended. I'm not sure. And the green is out.
I mean, he did go after the stop sign.
Yeah,
so.
maybe they parked him for that. Wreck on the front stretch. Glenn Kaufman around. Yellow's out for the 64 also being around. What the heck? I run a 50-lap test race, stream it, everything's great. And now we can't get going again, and Mogar will take the yellow. Nobody got a lap
Who
back
will
there.
get their lap back?
Nobody.
Those sons of bitches.
Maybe this should have been a 150 lap race.
Member joined.
Hello, president of the Nick Chubb fan club.
And we got some takers from the front of the field coming in. Bill
Yes, our
Parker and
membership
Cristiano De
rates-
Sable.
Our membership rates are 24% off until the start of the season.
What a man.
Yes. Yes, you
What-
guys can attend your first meeting for free. We'll talk about his biceps.
John C. Redmond Jr. also pitted here under this caution.
What track is the slide job Scott League at tomorrow?
Richmond.
That's not tomorrow.
Oh no.
It's, yeah, Tuesday. Why, are you trying to race?
Every Tuesday night.
I'm good, thank you.
I'm only running because I paid $30. I'm giving a few more weeks. Maybe, like most leagues, the idiots will just fucking fuck off at some point. But when one of the fucking idiots is the owner of the whole thing, I kind of have to
This is a long
question.
stop for Chauncey. Is he going to get out of the pits here? Is he going to lose a lap?
What I don't get is like why that league
He
has
lost a
like
lap.
300 admins.
And
I don't even know who
anything?
Well, yeah, they got like 3 admins. They got one guy on Facebook, one guy adminning here. They got a race control guy. Then they got a guy listed as the owner of the whole thing. It's like, I don't know.
Sounds like the NORL.
Yeah, no
I-
shit. Fucking
I
president of
genuinely
paper
am
pushing.
thinking that if, you know, it doesn't get better with that, that maybe that idea for a old IndyCar league, we might actually just fucking do that.
I mean, I'll join.
That
I
would
don't-
be fun.
I don't want any responsibility with it other than just showing up and
Yeah,
racing.
no, it'd be fun. We would try to run
Maybe offering input.
mostly cheap legacy content with the exception of like Indianapolis, you know, that kind of stuff.
Well, I don't want it to be like 4 people.
Honestly, I think what I would do is I'd probably just run these open hosted sessions.
That sounds horrifying.
You don't like that idea?
Oh, then all the idiots that really show up.
Yeah, that's why you kick the idiots out, though.
I should run a league just to see what would happen.
What do you mean by that?
I should open my front door just to see what would happen.
So we're now
You know
down
what?
to 20 cars on the lead lap because if you pit from the back half of the field, you lose a lap.
You know, I think I could pull that off. I'm gonna start a league.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna go open the front door. I really hope we can get a green flag run here, because I'm starting to lose optimism that something isn't stupid with the night version of this track when the day version works fine.
Alright, I'm doing it.
You're opening the front door?
No, I'm starting Returnal.
Oh.
The Returnal League.
No,
Yes.
the video game.
Pace car coming through 3 and 4. We're going to rack them up and try to get them going again. Let's see if we can actually get green flag laps this time. Pace car's in. And we're green.
Galaxy far away, long, long ago.
Oh, that's Star Wars.
I'm looking at stars. Made me think of that. Like, where's the opening credits and shit? Oh, now there's some rocks.
Boy, you make our sing along
I
look
think
like
that-
Freddie Mercury.
I think that was close to the melody for I said Days of Thunder for Star Wars. Yeah, thanks, Zach. Well,
That's all I
Mogart
have
has
on the
a big
soundboard.
gap now. Lap cars between he and Brandon Raines in second. As Nate Moorhead and Trey Larkin and others hit under green because they... Oh, we've got a huge cluster of a crash on the front. What the hell?
That was smart. They went into the pits to avoid the crash.
I think they're still all going to end up losing a lap. I think Cristiano de Sa got turned. Oh, Lord. We were 3 wide because of cars pitting. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, we were 3 wide. Broderick pinched him, and then we crashed most of the field on the front stretch. Big contact for Van Buren. Yeah, I think Van Buren really ran somebody over there.
All right.
Zach, I feel like that needs to be a horn mod in Truck Sim, by the way.
Some of the default sounds.
Should be my spotter.
It's like the second ever actual PS5 game I played. And this looks quite impressive. We're flying on a spaceship that's crashing, and there's bad things happening. Too low terrain.
Legs are falling off.
Let's watch Martin Van Buren get really big on this camera. Alright.
Now we're flying through the woods, and by flying, I mean crashing.
Is this the game with like a million endings too, right?
No, it's one where you like die over and over again.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of it. Clearly, I'm thinking of a different game then. Well, looks like Jared pitted under this caution because he's not up here at the front of the field anymore. Who is the leader now? Bill Parker resumes the lead.
Good strategy, Mr. Kelp.
And let's see, Glenn is now out, and Grant Lyde is also retired from the event. Trey lost 2 laps because he pitted there, and Kevin is still suspended, apparently.
That is a big popcorn stand.
Can you say that word
This is
one
a
more
damn
time?
good looking game. That's a big hot corn looking stand.
Yeah, what kind of food do they have, Tony?
Popcorn?
Say corn.
No.
No?
A world of fury magicorn.
Come with me and you'll be...
The one with Johnny Depp was not as
Eaten
good.
by a... Don't mention Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Johnny Depp.
Johnny Bravo?
Are you on Johnny Depp's side, Tim?
No, I think they're both terrible human beings. I'm on neither one of their side. I think they should both go to prison.
I don't know. I think she's insane.
I think he's insane too, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, but he didn't shit in someone's bed.
You know, we don't know. Maybe he said he was into that shit. Literally.
Oh, the pizza's here. The
Both of them?
pizza's here. Even though it says it's coming in 18 minutes. Stupid tracker.
In a world of pure pepperoni.
Alright, we're gonna get them doubled up for a restart, and hopefully this time we actually get more than a lap and a half.
Yeah, I ordered pizza last week, and it was like, be ready in 30 minutes, and then it was ready in 15. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go pick it up.
Oh, that's right.
I do carry-out orders.
You're your own delivery driver.
Yeah, I get a $3 fucking coupon for my next Domino's order.
Yeah, I don't even know where my nearest Domino's is anymore. Probably not close.
Dude, so I found that they got like this. I was trying to figure out a good deal for pizza because I was getting tired of like the 2-topping. Like I want a Supreme.
Right, pace car coming in. Let's see if we can get going. Lap cars ahead of the leaders, so if we get another yellow, some guys will get around.
I can
And
do
we're
their
green.
$5.99 medium pizza deal thing, and it's only an extra $3 to make it a specialty. Like $8.99 for a fucking extravaganza super ultra mega supreme. Like that's a pretty good deal actually. So I got that. I got that and a Philly cheesesteak pizza.
Well, Tony Gunk jumps out ahead of the field. Now he's trying for a yellow.
Oh, I have a gun now.
I'm glad I realized you're playing a game.
Patrick, that's a gun.
I loved that video, by the way. Oh boy, don't get 3 wide. Don't be 3 wide. Don't do it. 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 We're wrecking. Alex Stello turned around into the wall hard. Big pile up in turn 1.
Yeah, backed up.
Ooh, Beresford's just getting absolutely destroyed by people. Who's gonna get a lap back? Who's the leader? Where is the leader? I don't know who the leader is. I lost the leader.
I'm the leader.
Look at me, I am the leader now. Parker is the leader. A bunch of cars just got a lap back because of that. I don't know what these AI are doing. Like, I apparently could just run a full-length practice race and it doesn't make a lick of difference if the AI are going to be dumb or not. I should just leave it well enough alone and just go, well, we'll eventually wipe out enough cars so it'll be fine. Tony Gunk, what are you doing? You got your lap back. Go. Tony Gunk should have gotten his lap back, but apparently the AI is stupid and he didn't get scored his lap back for reasons. That makes
Ooh, it's
sense.
an enemy.
See an enemy?
It's an M&M's run.
Now, I'm gonna ask you a question, and don't, if it's spoilers, just tell me the answer will be spoilers. Is there an explanation for why eating bug snacks turns you into food, and why they're not alarmed by this? Cristiano Desai just ran the stop sign.
That's kind of spoilery. I don't think they actually
Then I'll wait for
I don't think they actually explain it. I don't think they actually explain like the science behind it or anything, but it does.
It pays
matters.
off. Okay.
Well, it matters.
I mean, the very first time, my brain immediately goes, "You eat bug snacks and you turn into one, don't you? We're eating past people, aren't we?" That's just my assumption of where that story's going. It's probably not where the story's going, but
Not entirely. But yeah, I mean, it does like really, it does kind of get fucked up. It doesn't get as fucked up as I wanted it to get, but for something that appears as a kid's game, it's pretty fucked up.
Oh, and do they ever explain what GNN stands for?
I don't know, man. Discovered item.
Oh boy, item.
It's a rock.
It's not just a boulder. You know, it surprises me nobody's made a better version of this track. Like, I think this version of the track is easily from 2005, if not older.
I think iRacing needs to scan it.
Yeah, iRacing should scan. I always want to call it Greenville Spartanburg, but it's Greenville Pickens. The
Those
airport...
Pickens?
The county, I believe. So Broderick Whitman, who is laps down, is going to lead us to the restart. Tony Gunk, who shouldn't be a lap down, will start on the inside. Our leader is Nigel Ramaswamy. He will be starting second car on the outside. Wonder how long it's taking Tony to get that pizza.
Yeah, pizza is pizza absolutely.
Krusty Krab, pizza. And that's the best I can do with that. Pace car coming in. Please, green flag run, please, please, please. Green, green, green. Thunder.
The pizza man was a female, and I was not moved properly.
What the fuck, Tony?
What?
Tony, did you just
What are you
sexually
wearing?
harass the pizza woman?
Are you wearing Tony from Lowe's?
Less than pants.
Tony, did you answer the door in your G-string again?
No, there's too much hair to show there. I'm not doing that.
Do you
That
answer
was-
the door in your underwear?
That was more than I needed to know about Tony, as Roger Whitman and others are going to pit and stack the field and probably cause a wreck. There it is. Yep, there it is. Big wreck in turn 1. Smoke from the 19, it looks like. Like, cars are randomly
on
pitting.
the water.
Lovely.
Oh, I think Chauncey's going to be out after that hit.
Yeah, well, we had another one of those where they got 3 wide because a car slammed on the brakes to pit, and they then dragged each other into the fence. Nate Schuft is going to be already in the fence when Groth and Polson come up, and just, it's a grinding crash down the front straightaway. And honestly, they almost got away with it. Oh, Ben White's going to go heavy into that wall. That thing is going to be D-O-N-E done.
Yeah, they did a little too much grinding.
Like you did on the pizza woman?
Yeah.
I'm about to grind this cinnamon thing.
Okay.
You know, Zach, this is on you. This whole line of
Why is it on
discussion
me?
is on you.
Why is it on me? He's the one who said I
You're the one that brought up
in his
grinding the
underwear.
pizza woman.
Because Tony said he was in his underwear.
Chauncey!
Did you at least have a shirt on?
Those buses are floating.
I'm wearing a shirt.
Chauncey Redmond Jr. coming into the pits with a boatload of damage. The 19
Is it a
done
pretty
for
shirt?
the day. The 1 done for the day. Eventually we'll knock out enough cars doing this where this stops happening, right? 77 done for the day. I think that was 77.
Oh.
Yep, 77's done.
I found the magic pinball.
Now we're gonna start.
What?
You wait,
Oh,
oh,
big-
yep. Tony, your prediction was right. Chauncey Redmond Jr. done for the day.
That or the floating walnut? Is that this game is weird, man. It's like Dark Souls, but like weird.
When's that new
Weird
Bethesda game coming out?
souls.
Elden Ring? I think it's already out.
That's not a
that's
Bethesda
not
game.
Bethesda.
That's from.
I know. That's their space thing. Yeah, I think it's coming out like fall.
What's that
I
called?
think.
Starfield. And
Yeah,
people are
yeah,
still trying to figure out
Starfleet.
if it shares a universe with either Fallout or Elder Scrolls or both. Because there are also people that theorize that Fallout and Elder Scrolls
Starfleet.
take place in the same universe.
Starfleet.
No, that's a different thing.
Starfleet.
Alright, so we are starting to have attrition take over now. Which is oddly helping Dave Daniels. So Tony, how many of the names on the wall can you read here that you recognize?
Gene Morgan, Roy Chatham, Larry Hines. I've heard of Larry Hines. I've heard of Robert Presley.
Obviously.
I think that says Butch Lindley way over there, but I could be wrong.
Well, here. Under caution, we'll get you the perfect opportunity to not be able to read them. There we go. We'll slow-mo from Nigel's onboard in the pits. We'll read some names as those campers float. Man, they're really floating.
I've never heard of Dennis Sutherland. Pete Silva sounds familiar. Never heard of Dexter or Steven. Never heard of Marty. Randy Porter sounds familiar. Marty Ward sounds familiar. I don't know about him. Presley, yes. Hines, yes. Chatham, no. Morgan, no. Bishop, no. Howard, no. Sprouse, no. Jarvis, no. Don Miller. Which
Jarvis
Lindley,
Landry.
I've heard of the last 3, but it's still going too fast.
Oh shit, that's a big scary guy.
All right, getting ready to go green again. Let's see if it
Oh,
takes
Jesus.
this time. Well, Lawrence Van Buren may be at the head of the field. He is still a lap down. The leader is Dwight York.
I don't like this.
Are bad things happening?
Yeah, I'm getting extra crispy over here. I'm dead. Oh boy.
And we are green again from Greenville Pickens Speedway.
Well, judging by this cutscene, I think I was supposed to die at this point.
I think that is a game with scripted deaths.
But there is a lot of non-scripted deaths.
And you plan to find every single one of them.
Yeah.
Let's find our leader in all this. I think Stephen Lowe is going to take the lead. Oh, don't be 3 wide. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why are we doing this? We're going to crash. We're going to wreck the leader.
Oh no! Let's go.
Why are they doing that? Oh, AI.
Well, this is kind of like that Tom Cruise movie.
Live, Die, Repeat? Or
Edge of Tomorrow.
I think those were the same movie. I think they retitled it because it did so badly. So yeah, they get 3 wide. It did badly at the box office. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. It did badly.
Wow, it's a very good movie.
Let's see. Like, was there even any real downline damage from any of this? I think everybody basically got away with this one. Yeah, Well, that got a couple of cars their laps back. I think Lawrence Van Buren got back on the lead lap. I feel like if we could get a 10-lap run, I think we'd be okay. And Dwight York is going to pit, and so is Jared Shadle. They were both near the front. So, Tony, what games have you been playing recently?
I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry.
What games have you been playing recently? Hey, look, Hotspot.
World of Warcraft, NR 2003, Madden, iRacing.
It amazes me that
you mean the same like
Google Maps.
For the same 4 games you've been playing for the last 10 years?
Google Maps isn't a game, Tony, but you could play GeoGuessr if you want to have fun with Google Maps.
When is fucking MVP the show starting up again, man? I want to see Trot Nixon.
No, you know,
when honestly, the computer allows it to run.
I would love to watch Tony do some streaming of GeoGuessr.
What even is that?
So basically what it does is they have different ones, like you can do different regions. I think I've only ever played it just doing the US. But it'll drop you into a random street view. And you can move around in street view, but then you have to like pin on the map where it dropped you. Or at least your best guess as to where you were dropped. So you kind of look around and try to see if you can like read phone numbers, figure out an area code or license plates or signage or just recognize a landmark. Maybe I'll do some after the race so you can see what it's like. It's kind of. It's a good way to waste some time when all you have is a browser. Did you get today's Wordle?
Oh no, I haven't played it yet. Have you?
Yeah.
All right, let me bust that out real quick. There was one a couple days ago where I got the first letter on the first guess, second letter on the second guess, the third letter on the third guess, and you see where I'm going with this.
And then you never got it.
No, and I got the whole thing on the 5th guess. I kept getting the next letter in line with each guess. And I'm like, man, I couldn't do that again if I tried.
Lights are out on the pace car. Brandon Rains is going to lead him to the restart. First time in a handful of restarts where the leader is actually the leader. Pace car heading for pit road. Into the restart zone, and we are green. Good getaway by Brandon Rains. He's going to clear Dave Daniels on the front stretch and try to pull out a decent lead here, but, you know, we're probably going to have a stupid crash here off turn 4, either this lap or the next one, and it won't matter. When the commentator becomes self-aware of the shit show they're commentating.
You're like Ned Jarrett, but evil.
I'm Ned Jarrett from the NORL. Let's ride on board with Lawrence Van Buren to watch the wreck that I'm sure is about to happen ahead of us. Dave Daniels has gone to the pit lane, unscheduled stop. I love that for some reason the hood, like the damage is randomly more frequent in these cars. That's a 2003 bug that I go ages without seeing it, and then it pops up like a ton during one race.
That's a stupid word.
Once you figure it out?
Yeah.
I think I already forgot what it was, but I remember it has like what, 2 N's in it.
Yes, it's canny with 2 N's.
Canny, yeah, that's it. Like uncanny. I never hear anybody say, "Oh, that's canny." I don't hear people say that's uncanny. People never say, "Oh, that's a canny portrait."
I know Canny dies all the time in South Park.
That's Kenny.
Not the way I say it.
Okay, hot dog.
Hut, 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 hut.
I'm starting to build optimism, but I know I shouldn't.
Member left.
Bye, Tony.
Die, bitch. Die, bitch. Oh, my gun's overloading.
That's not a nice thing to say to Tony. Alright, let's go take a look and see how we're doing
God,
at
there's
the head
more.
of the field. Brandon Rains has disappeared into the sunset. Joel Polson's got 3 lap cars between he and the leader.
God, there's
Ziggy's
so many
managed
of
to
them.
cycle onto the lead lap into 4th. Good for him. Polson working on the 5, gonna try to get by one of these lap cars and start trying to make some action. Make some action.
My favorite
Put his
Tuesday
plan
activity.
to action to eat into the lead. I think that was something close to the sentence I was looking for. So did you see Kevin on TV?
No.
You didn't see him in
Did
his
you?
watermelon dress?
No. Oh, I'm guessing the plus signs are health. So I should probably try and get those.
Those are typically health, yes. Now that would be a hardcore FromSoft move. Yeah, we're gonna put these floating red plus signs. You think they're health, but when you touch them, it's an instant kill.
Oh, you mean the health symbols? Those are actually the enemies. Yeah, fuck you. Hey, I have health again.
Yay! Olsen not really even making
Yay.
any progress here. He's still got lap cars between he and the leader, and Brandon Rains is just going to try to drive away like he did in his heat race. But eventually, he's going to hit the back of this field.
Oh, there's a chest. We're gonna open it.
No, don't do it. It's a trick.
It's a bigger gun.
What kind of gun?
A Xeno-type weapon.
What does it fire?
Death.
It Fire's death, okay.
Fire something to activate it. Well, I don't have anything to activate that. Now where do I go? Whoa, that's a weird looking thing.
There's a weird looking cat on the porch.
Well, I just one-shotted it, so there's that.
Rod Weston trying to get around Trey Larkin to make some progress towards the front of the field as Ziggy Moonblow comes flying up behind him in that Mopar machine. String of 3 dodges in a row here. 1 a lap down, 2 running in the top 5. I need to remember, probably should write myself a note, that I have to be at the train station tomorrow around noon.
You had you actually have to be at the train station?
Yes, I have to go to the train station.
For what?
To pick somebody up.
Fuck them. They got Ubers.
See, I was trying not to mention who it was I was picking up, but since you're gonna be a dick about it, it's my mother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So
that's why I
privileged.
wasn't gonna mention it, but when you say fuck them, I kind of feel like, okay, hang on.
Your mother coming into town from fucking somewhere?
Springfield, yeah. I didn't realize she was in Springfield. I thought she was still in Oregon.
Like the state?
Yes, the state.
God, there's like 600 enemies!
And then I'll probably hang out and, you know, have a Mother's Day dinner or something with her if she's hungry or wants to do something. Or maybe we won't. Who knows?
Die, man.
Brandon Raines continues to be 5 seconds ahead of his nearest competitor. As Joe Polson tries to pick his way through this traffic, he's now got Roderick Whitman in the My Little Pony mobile to deal with.
I don't know what's happening right now, but shit's just fucking exploding.
I mean, that sounds epic. Is it like
sphere?
Does it feel like you're in a Michael Bay movie?
No, it feels like I'm in like a space age Bloodborne. Squirrel's trying to kill me.
This squirrel's trying to kill me. Well, Rain still has a little ways to go before he's going to catch the back of the field, so. Not a good day right now for Brian Lowe. He's last car in the lead lap. It's at least 27th and not, 32nd. But got 33 cars still running. Dave Daniels, last car running, 2 laps down in 33rd. Trey Larkin's 2 laps down in 32nd. So when do you think old William Byron pays back Longo?
Yes.
I said when. Do you think he does it next week? Where are they next week? Kansas?
Kansas. High action.
I feel like paying back at Kansas could lead to a lot of wee-woos. Trey bounces off the fence, and that's going to let Jared and Ziggy clear of the 00. Rod, Ziggy, and Jared are now going to try to catch back up to Joe Polson and see if maybe they can get up to Brandon Raines. They are 8 seconds plus adrift of the leader. Polson's not even able to get around Broderick Whitman. Broderick has pulled away from him. Eventually, Brandon's going to catch the back of this field, though, and that's going to get him all checked up. He's got about half a straightaway before he catches him. Catching the back of the field with some desperation showing the cars ahead as they try to not get lapped. They're going to dice it up with each other. And Brandon Rains has caught the back of the field. Let's see if this gap continues to grow. It starts to shrink now that he's in the traffic. Oh, I should tell you the story of the annoying thing that happened yesterday at work. I don't know if I should tell this story on screen.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to think of how I can tell the story without like giving really more detail than probably on the stream. Let's just say when I came in, somebody was turning over to me, and they actually didn't tell me about all the flights that they thought they were giving to me, and one of the ones that they did that with was missing something on their paperwork that kinda has to be. And I only discovered it after the flight had been completed.
Ah, you did.
No, not ideal.
No.
Although, I'll be honest, I personally feel like this is very little on me. About the only thing I did was not realize that when, as they were walking out the door, that they had given me a flight that they hadn't briefed me on or put on the phone. Like, yeah. That's sort of problematic. Well, Reigns' gap is coming down as he really has to fight with these lap cars. But now he's going to get a little clean track as he tries to catch down, catch up, catch over, catch left, catch right, Van Buren. Is Coulson gaining anything here? Or is he's like, this is a good run for this guy. Like, I don't recall seeing this 007 running this well a lot of the season, especially on these short tracks. So this is looking like a good finish for him if he can keep it up. Yeah, he's not gaining anything though. Guys behind him aren't gaining either, but they're stuck behind a lap car. Rod needs to get around the 64, and he's going to get to the inside here in 1 and 2. Is he going to get the pass done this time? It doesn't look like it. Gonna try again in 3 and 4? No.
Damn, so Tony actually disconnected.
Oh, he disconnected? I wonder why he did that.
Disconnected.
What a jerk.
Probably getting carried away with his pizza.
You cry him a river of Bonanza, and you kill him. Oh, crash! What was that? What did I just see? How did he... I think Dave Daniels just crashed through the pit wall. He did! What? Zach, you have the stream up? You need to see this.
Yeah, I just opened it. That's cool.
Yeah, like he gets turned by Bobby
Nice.
Farrell, and he just faces through the wall.
That's fine. That's fine.
Do you know what that means? No yellow. How does this happen? It's got to be the AI wall offset being goofy, right? Because Farrell hit the wall, right? Like, Bobby Farrell's gonna hit this wall. Yeah, Bobby Farrell hit it, but Dave Daniels went through it. That's the damnedest thing I've ever seen. Lead's coming down real quick all of a sudden. Leader getting into some heavy traffic now. Roderick Whitman is actually caught back up to the leader. Joe Polson now within 3 seconds of the lead. The leader may finally get around some of this, but it's not going to get any lighter ahead of him. Gap down to 2.5, but a lot of cars in the middle of that 2.5 second gap. Polson's starting to stall out because he's hitting the back of this gaggle of cars now. Polson's hit the back of these lap cars now. I don't think this gap's going to come down too much more. It's now down to 2 1/4. What I'm amazed by is that Brandon Raines is about to catch and lap the one-time leader, Phil Parker. Raines just struggling to get anywhere on the 79. The 79 was the leader at one point. Still a pretty good car. And we got a battle for second. The 007 and the 7 are now together. Rod Weston's caught Joe Polson. Both of them need to get through this traffic. If they can get up there to Brandon, they might stand a chance in all this traffic. Problem is, they're stuck in the same traffic. They just can't do anything with this traffic, and they're not even trying to make moves on each other at the moment. Ziggy's starting to make ground on him, even with the lap cars in between them. Staying about even with Brandon, who's stuck in just the same sort of traffic they're in. Leader still can't get around Parker. But everybody's having a hard time lapping these cars. That is the one thing. Leader's starting to get into a little bit thicker traffic out of the side-by-side ahead of him. Try the outside on Parker. I don't know if that's going to work. It did not. You might be starting to lose a little bit of patience. The crew chief needs to be on the radio telling him, hey, you still got a ton of cars between you and second place. Don't do anything silly. The 07 here, another car lap down. Well, looks like there is a battle going on behind. Rod West has gotten around the 007. Where did the 007 go? It is in the pits. How did he get there?
By entering the pit lane.
Well, you know, you would think that, but that's not how Dave Daniels got to the pits.
Still
The
enter
car
the
just
pit
died
lane.
off of turn 2. Such a good run, just goes up like that. Car grinds slowly to a stop in the middle of the backstretch. I think he's going to get pushed back, but how did we not get a yellow for that? He was stopped on track. He was stopped on track for a while. Did we not get a yellow for that? Oh, we did. Okay. I said if we didn't get a yellow for that, I was going to be shocked. That's going to rack the whole field up again, I guess. Let's see. Did he get the car rolling again? It's still sitting there in the pits. I hope they can get that car going again, although he's going to be so many laps down, I don't know if it's going to matter. They're getting it rolling again. He's going to get held at the end of pit road. He's going to go from second, probably 32nd. Well, that's going to erase a pretty good lead that Brandon Rains had. So we got Rod Wesson up to second, Ziggy Mungo third, Jared Mogard running fourth, The Magician, Bobby Farrell in fifth, Ron Stout in sixth, Tony Gunk seventh, Nate Schuff eighth, Yori Rodriguez running ninth, and Jared Shadle are your top 10 drivers with 136 laps completed. At least we got a nice long green run there. It tells me the track isn't completely broken, it's only a little broken. At least one more lap of caution here. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to rack them up and let them loose again. Rains needs to get a good start here. If we can clear the 07, he might be able to build another big lead. If he gets stuck on the outside there, it could be a little bit of chaos. And if this gets another yellow look to it, who knows what might happen. Pace car looking for the pits. Into the pit lane comes pace car. And we are green again. Reigns isn't going to get clear of the 07. Gonna have to work for it. Might get him here down the back though. He'll get clear down the back stretch. That's gonna create some hard work for Rod Weston here. Trying to make time on the outside, not getting anywhere up there though. Cannot afford to let these lap cars get in his way. But that's exactly what's happening. Dwight York unscheduled pit stop. And is rolling again from the pit lane. Rod Weston still getting passed by lap cars. This is giving Brandon Raines exactly what he wants to see. Jared Mogard going for the inside of Ziggy, looking for the 4th spot. Ron Stout's moved into 3rd. Jared gets around Ziggy. He's going to move himself up a spot here. And they're all going to be on the back foot trying to get Brandon, who's now already got a 2-second lead with a ton of lap cars in between he and everybody else. Jared looking to the inside of that 22, doesn't do it there. Rod still can't get to the bottom of the track. He might lose some spots here shortly if he can't get that thing down. Weston's still stuck on the high side. This is not what he needs if he wants to get up to that lead. This is going to cause him to start fading back to the field again. Careful. 22 and 15 are going to be looking for the inside here. 22 is going to go to the bottom here in 1 and 2. Fight for second now. Unfortunately, this fight for second is nearly 4 seconds off the lead. Weston going to get the nose ahead. He is. He's going to get clear and finally get to the bottom. Now he has a chance to try to work on these lap cars, but it's a lot of lap cars. See how many lap cars are we talking about? We've got 5 lap cars between me and the leader. The leader 4 seconds up the road. That's not the camera I wanted. Ziggy not making any progress on this run either. He's been fading backwards. Can't really get that thing to the bottom. 42's going around him now. We are inside the final quarter of this event. Car bouncing the wall off turn 4. I think that was John Van Peel. Got wide and hit the wall. Gaggle of cars here, back half of the top 10 altogether. Ziggy looking at the 42. 42 is your 6th place runner. Behind him we got Rodriguez, Gunk, Ruthly, all on a line. And then we've got Inkman and Parker. This is a whole gaggle of cars looking for positions, but nobody really getting the speed or the run to actually pop out and go for anything yet. Hearing the sound of cars bouncing off the inside wall or the outside wall. It's making me think we're getting a wreck. Oop. Inkman to the inside of Lupley. Little dodge on dodge violence there. Looks like Inkman's going to get the spot and Parker's going to try to follow him through. No change at the front as Brandon Raines continues to run away with it. This race has looked really good for him in the last 2 runs. Hopefully finally settles back in line behind Stephen Lowe. That's going to drop him to 15. Weston trying to work his way through some of this traffic. He still has a good number of cars between he and the leader. Trying to keep the gap reasonable. He's going to go to the inside of Lawrence and Buren here in the green 4. Try to pick off another one. He'll get the job done there. One less car he's got to worry about, and he actually made time that lap. He's got 3 more to worry about, though. Will also relieve some of the pressure from behind him. Creates a gap between he and the 22 and 15 now. They also will now have to get around that 8 car. Yeah, just not making a big impression on this lead, though. Still too many cars between them to really do much. And the laps are clicking away. It's 40 to go this time by. And the 22 has just blown a motor down the front stretch. Hopefully that car will get back around, but that's one less car that the 7's going to need to worry about. That thing is crawling. The car's going either side of him now, and it's going to grind to a halt in the middle of turn 2. We're going to get a caution. Yellow is out. That will once again eradicate Brandon Reigns' lead. Let's see, will there be any takers here to pit road? If you come here, I think it's going to be the last time you pit. No takers at the front. Everybody would rather have the track position. Let's see, 22 is done for the day. They cannot get that motor working again. Gonna send him back to, looks like 33rd. That's where he's gonna end up tonight. Got a fair amount of attrition here now in the second half of the race. It looks like they're going to end up lining up similar to how they did on the last one with the 07 to the inside of Reigns. He did pretty good getting clear of him the last time. So I don't know that that bodes well for Rod. There aren't going to be many laps left. We're clicking them off here. Alright, lights out on the pace car. We're going to rack them up and let them go again. Top 10, Brandon Rains, Rod Weston, Jared Mogard, Nate Schuff, Bobby Farrell, Yuri Rodriguez, Ziggy Moonglow, Steve Inkman, Philip Parker, Tony Gunk in 10th. Car heading for pit road into the restart zone, and we are green again. Let's see how Brandon Rains is on the start. Doesn't clear the 07 this time either. Might get him down the back. Let's see. Doesn't get him down the back this time either. This might keep this race interesting. The 07 can put up a fight. He's putting up a devil of a fight. 07 might get clear here down the back. He's clear. Rains now dealing with Brian Lowe on the bottom. Rod Weston all over his back bumper, but I would hope he's not going to go free wide and wreck the whole field. Rains getting passed by a couple of these lap cars. These guys are now crying for a yellow. It'll get them waved around the field. Rains finally gets down to the bottom. The guys behind him need to get to the bottom here too. Otherwise Rains might start trying to stretch it out, but he's got traffic ahead of him now. He's having to fight with, trying to get back around Brian Lowe. No prospects anytime soon of Rod getting to the bottom. Mogard's gotten to the bottom, a couple cars behind him. Car's going to try to use the lap cars to open a hole and get a spot here, but the leader is starting to squirt away a little bit. Battle for second now in the traffic. Here comes 15. Still fighting. 7 not going to give up on that high side. He gets a good run through the center, but it's just too much distance, and now he's going to get blocked by the 37. 15's going to go around him here. 80 going to dive to the bottom and try to go for third on him. Might even end up losing third in this battle. 15 is clear and going to try to track down Brandon Rains. There's a couple of lap cars between them. 80 and 7 fighting for third. He's going to get him. Jared needs to get through this traffic if he wants to get up to Brandon Rains. Brandon boxed in behind the 86 and the 07. That's going to keep a cork in the bottle, but this 8 car is probably a bigger cork. And 37 is going to get run on the 15 as he bounces off the wall. That is not going to help this run. Here comes the 80. Is going to get clear. The 80 and the 7 are going to fight now. Schuff tries to slam the door. Weston nearly sends him to the wall for it. Second through fourth here, really just bottled up with the lap cars, not able to go forward, it seems like, letting the leader run away with it. Inside 20 to go. They're still losing time to Reigns because they just cannot seem to force their way through these lap cars. Bogard stumbled there in 4, really bunched him up. Weston into the inside wall, trying to find his way to the inside of the 80. He's going to clip the 80, nearly turn him. Try to cross him over after that. That was almost a big crash. Weston's going to get tagged a little from the 72. Still all going straight, though. We're losing patience here. Bogard trying to get around these 2 lap cars. If he can get around them, he might be able to get up to the leader. Fight still on for 3rd. Weston finally has to concede the spot to the 80, and now the 72 is going to sneak to his inside. That's going to let the 80 try to get away. See if he can get back up there with the 15. 37 into the wall, trying to just find the very bottom there and finding a little too much. Weston just getting railroaded by lap cars at the moment, going backwards. And Bogard unable to do anything to Van Buren. Brandon Reigns just dealing with Connor Babel at this point. Babel's not that far off of his pace. He's just continuing to drive away. They are running out of laps to do anything about this. Bogard gives a bumper to the 8 car, pushing him out of the groove, goes to his inside. Needs to get the power down, needs to clear him here. Now clear him into 1 and 2. Now he's going to have to deal with the 23 and the 68, who are much faster than that 8 car. But we'll see if he can get up there. We're going to see a gain on the lead. It's going to come this lap or the next. Ooh, Van Buren into the wall. Still going. No real gain from Bogard that lap either. He may not have anything for our leader, Brandon Reigns. Gained a little bit, but not gaining fast enough to do anything about it. Brandon Reigns still behind Connor Babel. May be perfectly happy to sit there. Bogard chipping away, but he's just not gaining fast enough. There are not enough laps for him to get there at this rate. Reigns hunting for that bottom. He wants to get around that 07 and just get this race over with. He actually clipped the wall that lap looking for that bottom. just needs to stay patient here. If he does something rash and wrecks himself, that would be a shame of a way to throw this race away. 6 laps to go. Mogard barely gaining. He's not going to get there. Reigns just needs to ride. Coming to 5 to go this time around. Five more times around. Reigns has got one hand on the trophy. He just needs to get the second one on there and finish this strong. Mogard losing time now. He may have finally caught that 23 car. No, he hasn't even caught the 23. That 15 just doesn't have the pace to stay on terms with these two. Continues to fade. Reigns has got this. We can keep it together. Let's see if we got any close battles in the top 10. Got a battle here for the 6th spot. Could become a 3-way battle here with 3 laps to go. 42's going to give a little nudge to the 6th car. Try to push him out of the groove. Doesn't succeed. Here comes Ziggy behind both of them. He'll take both spots in a heartbeat if they get together. 2 laps to go this time by. Ooh, Rodriguez clips the wall. 42 runs high though. Here comes Ziggy to the inside of the 42. White flag this time around. Looks like Ziggy might just get this 42 as Brandon Reigns is going to start the final lap. Stephen Lowe in the pits at the very end of the race. That's unfortunate. Coming through 3 and 4 though, Brandon Reigns is going to put both hands on the trophy and he's going to take home the hardware tonight. Checkered flag in the air. Your winner, Brandon Reigns. Now let's see if we can catch the end of this battle that Ziggy had going on. Ziggy got him. And Connor ends up having to do an extra lap. Maybe he should have let that car by. It didn't even score the lap for him. That's kind of nonsense. Brandon Reigns, your winner. Top 10, Brandon Reigns, Jared Mogard, Nate Schuff, Rod Weston, Steve Inkman, Yuri Rodriguez, Ziggy Moonglow, Bobby Farrell, Nate Moorhead, Dylan Lutley. 12th. 11th, Jared Shale. 12th is Molitor Hill. Philip Parker, who had a good run, ended up 13th. Curtis Griffin 14th, John Van Til 15th, Tony Gant 16th, and Connor Babel, I know that says he was a lap down, but he was last car on the lead lap, 17th. Roderick Whitman, first car, 1 lap down. Dave Daniels actually held the points lead. The points will be up later tonight.